And the only reason I know that because we get letters, we get emails from people, Ireland, Spain, Portugal, Australia, you name it. It comes from all over the world, Canada, not just the United States or from Florida, people all over. It's just amazing stuff that happens every single day.
How often are you guys still getting letters and stuff?
Well, we used to get on the average, up until probably about 5 months ago, 4 months ago, probably about 20 to 30 letters.
A day?
A day. Yes, ma'am. They wouldn't even fit inside of our little mailbox. We had to get them a set in this other, where the package bins at, because we have the, we live, it's a residential mailbox thing, and there's like, I think there's 16 boxes. So we had some there. Also, the mailman would just stop by sometimes, knock on the door, and just hand them to me. Just say, this won't fit. Now we might get maybe 5, 6. I think I got 4 yesterday. Most of them are very, very good, very, very understanding. You get that one every once in a while that can start out and just be really bad. I've shared a couple of those with Brad, matter of fact, on a couple different occasions, and he's seen them. He just shakes it. Even he's gotten some sometimes, but he's just like, George, I don't even want to show these to you because it'd be too hurtful.
You're able to write letters to Casey?
I write her nearly every week, at least twice a week. Yeah.
Does she write back?
No, because the simple fact is, anything that is sent in is not only open, but I'm sure it's made copies of, and it might even be read. I'm not sure. And I'm sure the same thing would happen to her. I know of one lady right now who lives up in Kentucky right now. She called me at least once or twice a week. She said she sends this to Casey, but Casey never writes back. And I've tried to explain to this lady through emails and through personal phone calls with her, think about it. If Casey starts talking to you, and having a correspondence with you, guess what? Who's going to be knocking on your door? Do you want to go through that? Well, I think I can handle it. I said, do you want to go through it? Well, maybe I better not. I appreciate it, Even when last February when we were at our granddaughter's memorial, I asked people, just write a little Casey, thinking about you type stuff. Stuff like that means a lot to her.
Any idea how many letters she's getting a week?
I have no idea. So,
how badly would you like to talk to her at this point?
Oh, I can't even put into words how much I'd like to just talk to her right now, how I feel. Even just to go in and just tell her I love her and walk out. That's all I want to do. That's all I want. But then again, it's recorded, it would be released because media outlets would want to know exactly what George was there for, or George and Cindy, or Lee was there for, or whomever might want to stop and see her. Because it is what it is. I can think of a case right now of a gentleman who is accused of taking another family member's life. It's really amazing that things about him is not going to be released. Stuff is going to be held back. I don't understand what the difference would be. Is it because my granddaughter's case or my daughter's case is bigger than this? It's got more media attention? I don't know. But I think if you're going to go ahead and do one, you should do the other, or vice versa. If you're not going to release something on one, then don't release it on the other one.
Does the microscope ever go away?
Maybe someday it will. I mean, as far as a daily, no. Even today, it didn't, like I said, walking here. I still feel like I'm under a microscope.
Are there days that you're just like, to heck with it, I'm not going to leave the house because I don't feel like dealing with this?
At the beginning, yeah. At the beginning, I just wanted to stay in. I just wanted to shut myself off from the world. But you got to keep on going. You got to stay out there. I travel some places sometimes, even just to maybe go into Osceola County or go to the Mall of Millennium. You can be there for a little bit and no one really notices, then all of a sudden they notice you. And it's like, I don't know. I never would have envisioned this for myself. I thought maybe someday I'd win the lottery or do something really great that would really just be, yes, George Anthony created this or George Anthony did that, something really good. Never this. Never.
Able to go in Kaylee's room at this point, or do you go in her room?
Go in Kaylee's room almost daily. Matter of fact, I was in there this morning, just looking around in her room and just remembering certain things we did, playing with Play-Doh or looking at her Elmos that she had. It's just different other things, the coloring books we used to color with on a daily basis. I'm still having a hard time popping popcorn at the house. house, because that's what we did almost every night. As much as crazy as it might sound, but there's some days I really feel her stronger than others. I'll wake up at midnight, or I'll wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just like she's right there. She's just right there.
Does it get any easier?
No. No. You know, one lady told me one day outside of my house, she said, you know, George, she said, after a while, she said, you just grin and bear it. You just understand it. And I said, how can you say that? How can you say you just grin and bear it? I don't think you ever get over not only loss of a child, but a loss of a loved one who meant more to you than even yourself. Meant more to you in your life than yourself. I don't see how people can just say that. I miss having, I've said this many times, I miss having Casey and Kaylee and Cindy in the same house together. I miss that. You just don't know. They were very strong-willed women. I miss that.
I think anybody really knows what it's like to walk in your shoes.
You know, and when I've had people come up to me, you know, and I said, you want to walk in my shoes for a minute, for an hour, for a day, for a week? See exactly what I go through. You know. And they're just like, well, I never thought about that. Never thought of what it would be like. Then some come up and say, oh, I know exactly what I'd do if I was in your shoes. No, they wouldn't. I don't think people couldn't do half the stuff that I do. I think they could.
Anything else you'd like to touch on that we haven't talked about?
I wish there was some way to go back in time. I know we all think about that from time to time. And change things, change the person that we are inside. But you can't go back. What happens, happens. There's already a plan already set aside. There's already a path we're all already on. No way to stop it.